Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk about this, man. What the hell is going on in Hawkins right now? People are convinced that we're getting episode number 9 for Stranger Things season finale, that the one that we got was not real. I mean, come on, man. Even Uncle Charlie from Penguin Z, Moistcritical, was caught looking like this. People are convinced that we're getting it. We had even the plot leaking out. Yeah, we're gonna actually get to it, but it begs the question, right? Are fans coping? Because we had a big gay reveal where, you know, Will came out and he said that he loves big cocks so much. I mean, pause on that one really quick. But I understand, hashtag I understand, we're in 2025, different strokes for different folks, so okay. But are fans coping because of this moment? Or are fans coping because Millie Bobby Brown allegedly got a Botox? Is it because of that? Or the reason is completely different? Let's find out what the hell is going on in Hawkins tonight. You don't have to like the video, you don't even have to subscribe. Shout out to the homie Nerd Daily Nerd. Roll it.
Stranger Things is getting a surprise final episode. An episode 9.
I hope so,
a reveal that rewrites everything we thought the finale meant.
What?
And the name attached to this theory is Conformity Gate. It's been blowing up on Twitter and TikTok, especially among fans who weren't satisfied with how the series ended.
Yep.
The core idea is simple but wild. What if the finale wasn't real? What if we, the audience, were still under Vecna's control? According to this theory, the final episode is full of subtle signs that reality is off, that the characters aren't free, that the story didn't truly end. Instead, everyone conforms to roles they were always fighting against. Mike and Nancy end up becoming versions of their parents, even though that was something they openly resisted throughout the series. Their arcs don't feel rebellious anymore. They feel settled, almost programmed. And once fans noticed that, they started digging. That's when Conformity Gate really took off. People went frame by frame through the finale and started pointing out details that feel unsettling when you line them up. Extras in the audience holding the exact same Vecna-like pose. Background characters staring directly into the camera.
Listen, man. Hashtag I want to believe. I'm a big, massive fan of the show. Whoa, okay, I didn't know it was not cool to be a fan. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. So no longer a fan. They're not joking around, but no, I'm a massive fan of the show. I loved all the seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, except for the 5th one. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but like not satisfied, right? And listen, man, I don't believe that we're gonna get episode 9, but I want this to happen, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. No cap, as the kids would say. I want to see episode number 9, bro. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Now, apparently we got the plot leaking out, so is this... Yeah, so something new came out. Check this.
Alright, before you roll your eyes and say this is just another reach, hear me out. This isn't about leaks, it's not insider info, and it's definitely not cope for a bad ending.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
This is about patterns. Because the more you actually sit with the Stranger Things finale, the more it feels off, like the show ended, but something didn't close. And when you combine the marketing, the puzzles, the dates, the visual inconsistencies, and the way Stranger Things has trained its audience to read between the lines for years, one idea
like, why didn't we get a closure for Susie Pooh and Dustin? Like, that don't even make sense. Why didn't we get... Yeah, I wanted to know what happened between them. Yeah, what about the demo dogs, the Demogorgon? Were they sleeping? Didn't pay their taxes, so Uncle Sam got their ass, did that. Yeah, what happened with that? You know, like, what the hell?
Starts to feel less crazy and more intentional. What if the finale we watched wasn't the end? What if episode 9 isn't just a bonus, but the real ending? Let's break it down. Stranger Things announced a documentary, a behind-the-scenes look at season 5, releasing January 12th.
Yep.
Sounds hard.
Okay, that part is confirmed though, and I'm actually stoked for that, so I guess we're gonna check it out. So that's good, that's good.
Harmless, standard Netflix stuff. But then you look at the image they chose to promote it. Front and center is Will, not smiling, not emotional, but frozen in his Vecna pose. The exact pose he uses when he takes control back. And right above his hand is a director's board. That's not decoration. That board represents control. Who starts the scene, who ends it, who decides what's real. And in the corner of that board, barely noticeable, are the numbers 1/7. Here's where it gets unsettling. On that same board, it says take 3. But Noah Schnapp already confirmed in interviews that the finale scene was filmed once. One take, no alternates, no backups. They even said, that's it, don't touch it.
The volume finale, we have to perfect this. We'll be here all night, like, let's get comfortable. This is gonna be take 100. We do one take, and I run into the tent to watch it with Ross, and we both look at each other like, That's it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Chat. We're done. And it was.
So why label it like there are multiple?
Did he actually say chat? We're done. Or I misheard that because streamers say that all the time.
That's it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Chat. We're done. And it was.
Okay, chat.
So why label it?
Chap. Okay, I thought he said chat like a streamer, but nah, he didn't say that. My bad.
Like there are multiple takes, because what we saw wasn't the final version, it was a version. And the way the board is labeled matters too. It's not written top down or left to right, it's structured bottom up, almost inverted, which fits perfectly with Conformity Gate's core idea. Everything in the finale is reversed, mirrored, upside down. So when you see 1/7 next to Will reclaiming control, it stops feeling like coincidence. If episode 9 is real, it's not a victory lap, it's not fan service, and it's definitely not.
Listen, man, I don't believe it, okay? But if all these rumors, all right, all these rumors that are going around, all these leaks or whatever you want to call it, everything that's going around, all these discussions going around, because of all this, if it turns out in the future we actually get season 5, episode 9, bro, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Yeah, absolutely, I would love to see it because ain't nobody satisfied. But again, though, I have never seen Game of Thrones, though. I mean, I've seen like episode 6, but then something came up and I had to like stop watching. But that was a long time ago. I never really got into Game of Thrones. But everybody say it's an amazing show, except for the ending. Okay, that part I know because everybody talk about it. Everybody always bring that up. So yeah, right. Like and a lot of people said that, well, Stranger Things ending wasn't as bad as Game of Thrones. But then there's another side to the argument where saying that, well, it's Stranger Things, it's not Game of Thrones, so obviously, which, I mean, definitely makes sense. But people are not satisfied, you feel what I'm saying? You know, people are not satisfied. People need to get some pause on that one. I'm not talking about you being like Noah and trying to get some, absolutely not, big pause on that, but something gotta give, right? Something gotta give. So come on, man, like if Duffer Bros are watching this, come on, man, drop episode 9, bro, let people be happy, yo.
A surprise bonus episode where everyone hugs and cries. Episode 9 would exist for one reason only, to reveal that the ending we watched wasn't reality. So what would the episode actually be? Here's the thing. Stranger Things has always followed one rule. The monster never truly dies when things feel too quiet. And the season 5 finale is too quiet. Episode 9 wouldn't open with chaos. It would open with discomfort, small things feeling wrong, characters repeating routines, Hawkins feeling stuck in place, like time stopped moving forward after graduation. The episode would slowly confirm what the audience has been feeling but not fully articulating.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't believe in coincidences.
So it was.
But to be honest though, like I don't think they that smart though for having like episode 9, man. Yeah, honest to God. Like I want it. I want to believe. I want this. This would be amazing. This will be beautiful, man. After everybody being or not everybody, some people actually liked it. Now, even hell, like I like certain episodes in season 5, but it got to be the weakest season from all the show, bro, from all the series, right? Like this gotta be one of the weakest. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. It doesn't mean that it was trash, it doesn't mean that it was like really bad. It was just not satisfying, right? But again though, the other side of the argument is also if they, and yeah, a lot of people are also talking about plot armor, not killing a character, and on this specifically though, I don't think if they were to kill like at least a character or two, or yeah, like people would have complained about it, you know, so there's no winning in that regard. But we all know the reason plot armor exists, the reason everybody's surviving except for 11. I believe she survived. The reason they went in this one, this gotta be one of the safest ending, right? So we don't know if 11 survived or not, so they're keeping it ambiguous, but they had one of those endings, right, where 11 is she's in Norway or Scotland, right, or Iceland, I don't know where exactly, but she survived, okay? They show us that possibility. There is a possibility, right? So the entire reason plot armor exists nowadays is because they don't want to kill a character. So in the future, you know, like 10 years, 20 years, God knows how long, right? Maybe 5 years from now. And we know they're already working on a spin-off. So yeah, eventually, if they want to make the money, if the new characters flop, if the new series flop, or some bull squash like that happens, Netflix gonna want to bring the original characters back. Just like how Marvel is doing, you know, Captain America coming back, Thor coming back, everybody coming back, right? Yeah, bro, like it's all about the mighty dollars. It's all about the mighty dollar, man. It's all about money, bro. It's all about money. Money talks, bull squash walks. So you best believe it, man. When push comes to shove, Millie Bobby Brown will be back, okay? Everybody will be back. So that's one of the main reason why they plot armor exists and why they don't want to kill off any character. But even if they killed the character, some people would have been mad regardless. Though I get it. You know, the ending is making a satisfying ending is kind of hard. I guess nowadays. Back in the days, it wasn't that it wasn't a problem because they didn't necessarily felt like, hey, yo, we need to, like, yeah, you know, 20 years later we gotta have a season 20. Okay, they weren't thinking like that, but nowadays they are, because gotta make the money, man. It's all about profit. So
But Vecna lives!
the Wheeler family's hair resemblance to Henry, I don't know about that, man. The Noah post to make dials changed colors, like the Mary, the false Hydra, impossible, psychological, frustrating. What's it games? Yeah, so these are like all their graduation colors. Hey! Their graduation colors are orange like prisoners, not worn for graduations. I felt actually a little odd about that too. I was like, yeah, why are they wearing like orange though? Yeah, no, I didn't think of it much. I was like, maybe, okay, back in the 80s, maybe in Hawkins or in a small town in America, yeah, the graduation, yeah, normally it ain't orange, but I was like, okay, whatever, Stranger things are strange at times. You know, Will came out as well, so anything goes, right? Yeah, no, I mean, okay, maybe there's a connection to it, fellas. Everyone has Henry's stance. 12 kid with glasses, one behind each. Steve plays basketball. Vecna, Holy, Heroes by David. Whoa! Yeah.
The finale was a constructed reality.
I'm filming this video at 11:44 p.m. January 6th. So in 16 minutes, it's gonna be January the 7th. And if this is really real, I guess we're gonna have it like by 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't think we're gonna, but if it happens, though, it would be amazing.
Not a dream, not a simulation, a Vecna-controlled memory loop. Episode 9 would center on Mike. Not 11, not Will, Mike. Because Mike is the storyteller. And storytellers are dangerous to creatures that survive on control. The episode would show Mike starting to notice inconsistencies piling up, conversations that don't line up, people responding before questions are finished, background characters repeating the same movements in different scenes. Basically, the world behaving like a stage set. And this is where Dungeons & Dragons comes back into play in a huge way. Episode 9 would frame the Upside Down and the finale itself as the last campaign. A campaign Vecna won. The idea wouldn't be that...
One thing that I was actually truly disappointed by was...
And the finale itself as the last campaign. A campaign...
Was this. Man, in the picture, the Mind Flayer looks so good. But the real one was honestly garbage. The real one was actually garbage. It looked like just a bigger version of the monster that they had in season 3. You know what I mean? Yeah, it just felt like that. If we had truly something like this, a blackish, smoky, you know, with the thunder and lightning in the background, that would have been amazing, bro. Why didn't we had Mind Flayer looking like the way it was always teased? I mean, for God's sakes, like, I mean, my God, like, we had the Mind Flayer exactly looking like this in season 2. We saw it. We saw it in the Upside Down, right? Or maybe that's what it is. In the Upside Down, it was supposed to look like this, but on the other planet, it was not supposed to look like this. Maybe that's the reason, but honestly though, it should have looked like this though. This killer design, this design was amazing versus whatever we had. So this is the one that this part is truly what I hated. The rest kind of debatable, right? Yeah, they could have done this, they could have done that, not satisfied or satisfied, whatever. But yeah, this part, yeah, I don't know, man. How you guys feel about this?
Vecna won. The idea wouldn't be that Vecna killed everyone. It's worse than that. He convinced them they'd already won.
Yeah, there we go. Like, we had that in season 2. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It should have looked like this, but...
Which is why the episode wouldn't be about fighting monsters. It would be about breaking belief. Mike, realizing that the ending he's living in follows Vecna's rules, not theirs. That people have conformed to their assigned roles. That no one questions the shape of their lives anymore. Episode 9 would slowly peel back the illusion. Not with explosions, with truth. One character wakes up, then another. And once one person breaks free...
Bro, Sadie gotta be everybody's crush right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I've been seeing, like, in the comments everywhere, bro. It feels like that all of a sudden, everybody's like, yo, that's my crush. That's like, she's now everybody's celebrity crush, which is crazy right now.
Memory starts cracking. Because the real threat isn't Vecna's body anymore. It's his control.
She gorgeous, though, you know what I'm saying? She gorgeous, though. And her work in the show is also brilliant.
Over perception.
Even though like she was sleeping in the most part in the scene. But yeah, the moments, I mean, prior to her sleeping in the show, or I should not be using big pose, bro. So, yeah, well, she was in coma, okay, to be precise. She was in coma or in the Vecna's mind, okay? Yeah, sleeping, yeah, crazy word, man, crazy word. But
and episode 9 wouldn't end with a final battle.
Chad, good
it
work.
would end with the realization that the real ending hasn't happened yet, that the gate was never fully closed, that Eleven's sacrifice was incomplete, and that Hawkins isn't safe because the story stopped. It's unsafe because the story was paused. Episode 9 would slowly reveal that Vecna didn't trap them in a nightmare. He trapped them in closure, a world where everyone got something they wanted, just enough to stop asking questions. Steve gets purpose, Hopper gets stability, Nancy gets certainty, Mike gets a story that makes sense. That's the trap. Vecna learned that pain isn't his strongest weapon anymore. Except...
Let's actually get down to Uncle Charlie really quickly and find out what the hell is going on in Hawkins. I wanna hear what he has to say. Roll it.
That your series finale is so not amazing and flat to so many people that they actually cannot believe that this is the end, that they think there must be more to it. That's gotta feel like shit for them. Like, more so than people just outright insulting it or picking apart the numerous glaring plot holes and inconsistencies. The fact that your most die-hard fans and Stranger Things enthusiasts are the ones that are like, there must be more, this can't be actually how it ends, that has to be just the ultimate insult. Like, if I was the Duffer Brothers, I would actually just get right back in the lab again, talking to Netflix, brother, we're doing another season or something.
Yeah, honestly, this is what I was saying, right, in the last video that we done on Stranger Things. There should, honestly, they try to do a lot of things really quick. There were a lot of long-ass dialogues, too. They needed to cut that out, right? And quite honestly, though, the way they tried to wrap up Season 5, they needed more time. They need, like, Season 6. Honestly, bro, they needed more time. They needed Season 6. But I don't know why they didn't do that or didn't go in that direction. I guess lack of time, maybe kids are grown up, so it's no longer the same, maybe. But honest to God, though, they needed season 6. They needed more time, or maybe like 3 more episodes, or maybe just more episodes. Maybe just more episodes in the season 5 to finish this puppy up, you know?
Or like a special coming up, you know, next November or something. We've got to do something. Holy shit, this is hurting our feelings a lot.
Finish this puppy up, bro. No, that sounded wrong. Right? Finish this sucker up, okay? Let me just change the wording right there, bro. That sounded bad. That sounded wrong. I'm sorry.
Like, it would actually be motivating me to be like, okay, I'm doing something. I'm going to try and play into this. Yep, we fooled you. The real finale is end of 2026. But anyway, though, back to Conformity Gate. Like, the evidence they use is just grasping at straws, like a Twitter user going on Netflix, typing in Season 5, Episode 9, and Stranger Things and House pops up, using that as evidence, because when you type in Episode 10 for Season 5, Episode 10, Stranger Things and House don't pop up, but you know what does? Emily in Paris. Wow, that's awfully thought-provoking. That is an eyebrow-raising observation. If you've been hit in the head with a hammer, you can't be serious. Do you want to know why that's most likely the case? Because Netflix's search function isn't amazing. In this example here, Emily in Paris didn't show up for Season 5, Episode 9.
Or maybe it's because of the documentary that is confirmed, actually, you know, or behind the scenes, yeah. Perhaps it's because of that.
But it did for Episode 10. There is an Episode 9 of Emily in Paris for Season 5. Why wasn't it present? Because Netflix isn't great at that kind of thing. Just because Stranger Things popped up for Season 5, Episode 9 doesn't mean there is one. There is, however, an additional Stranger Things piece of content dropping, which is the behind-the-scenes stuff, but it is not Season 5, Episode 9, the secret finale, and that's not evidence of it. And I've seen other people using the search function for, like, their strong points for conformity gate, such as typing in fake ending, having Stranger Things pop up, which it does. I tried it myself. You know what else Stranger Things pops up for? Bad ending. And also, most notably, big fart. Wow. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yo, that's
I gotta be
crazy
honest with you,
work.
sports fans. The longer I spend diving in this rabbit hole, the more convinced I become that there might really be something of substance here to this conformity gate conspiracy.
Yeah.
You can't
I'm starting to become a believer right now. I don't know about that.
argue with Big Fart. Just like you can't argue with a complete misunderstanding of Morse code. So this user looked at the cassette tapes and came up with Morse code that spells out "did not stop me." But that only works if you have no fucking clue about Morse code, which, admittedly, I'm in that camp, but you can look it up. The unlimited information is at your fingertips, should you choose to look into it. So first of all, you can't really have Morse code work without some variations in the lines. You need short and long elements.
And speaking of Morse code, though, I'm rewatching Stranger Things, so I watched season 2 like a while back. And a while back, as in like just a couple of days ago, right? I finished that. And in that one, Noah, Will, right? When he is possessed by Mind Flayer, they bring him like into like the backyard, kind of like in the secret room, you know, in the backyard, and they make sure that he don't find out where he is because Vecna or Mind Flayer can spy. Yeah, like he was actually, it's a little ass kid, bro. Like he was doing like moving his fingers in a way where they realized he was trying to give Morse code. I mean, kids ain't smart enough to give out Morse code. So yeah, even in the show, like season 2, yeah, Noah was actually given, or Will rather, Noah will same. Yeah, given Morse code, which I thought was, I mean, bro, for a kid to do that, like for a little ass kid to actually spew out Morse code, that's just one of the most unrealistic things ever. But the entire show is kind of like that. But that's why we love it, I guess.
Typically, dots that you'll see in Morse code. And if you pull up the actual Morse code here and try and somehow stretch it to fit the fucking Twitter post here for the Stranger Things message, it doesn't even come fucking close at all. So first of all, in the cassette tapes, there's clearly no variation in size or anything, so there's no dots, there's no long lines. But even just using the long lines that they have listed here doesn't work at all, because the first one doesn't even exist. There is no 4 just long. But let's just go ahead and assume that the last one is a small. That would mean it's 9. Not you, it would be 9. And then the second one, let's assume the empty spaces there in the cassettes are dots, and the cassette is long. Then what you have is dot, long, dot, dot, which is not D, that is an L. So you have 9.
Whoa! Pause on the D, brother. Pause on the D.
An L, and then underneath that, it's not I. Long dot, long is Y. So you get 9LY, and then underneath that, you don't even get L again. So even if you just look at the Morse code they put on Twitter here, it can't be did, because the D pattern is not even repeated there. So how the fuck could it possibly be did? That wouldn't work. The whole thing crumbles. It is a complete sham.
I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. Did you see this video though? Man, the stuff that is happening right now in the world, bro, it is kind of wild, man. Check it out and I'll see you right there.